No one could have predicted that from the union of a wise woman of indigenous and Japanese heritage and a powerful Aztec warrior with Greek and Spanish blood. 3 children would be born destined to change the course of history. Ursus, Aurelie, and Juan carried a beauty so pure, it felt like a mother's dream made real. I'm not making this up. I just report what I see, think I'm joking? Stick around, it gets better. Ursus had the eyes of a jaguar in the mist, and hair as dark as moonless nights. Aurelie, the youngest, looked like an exotic flower, luminous skin, and a smile that could calm any storm. Sky-reflecting eyes. Juan, the middle child, was strong from the start, with a warmth in his eyes that made him irresistible to everyone in the village. They lived among dense jungles and ancient pyramids, surrounded by wisdom and spirit. Every sunrise brought a new song, and every sunset promised a new story. One day, Ursus saved a small wounded bird, using leaves and mud to heal it. He was no older than 5. In another moment, he saved a jaguar cub. That act marked him to his siblings as their protector, the heart of the trio. But everything changed the day they arrived. On ships that tore the horizon, strange men disembarked. They looked civilized, and polite smiles. But the mask didn't last. The conflict began silently. Onis and crow demons appeared. Crows glide through the air, their dark wings cutting across the sky. There was no declaration of war, just a sickness that came with the visitors, and then addictions that consumed the wisest. Ursus's parents were not spared. Drink replaced dance, sorrow replaced ritual, and Juan began to slip away too. Ursus spoke with the voice of an elder. We share our health. Your pain is our pain. If you fall, we fall. But they didn't listen. One moonless night, their parents, torn by love and sorrow, left Ursus, Juan, and little Aurelie behind and died with shattered hearts. With no hope, Ursus, Juan, and Aurelie hid inside one of the enemy's ships and escaped without direction, but with faith. Some say it was destiny. I, the one telling you this, still don't know if it was fear or the spark of a miracle. A furious storm, I struck the ship. Lightning, waves, wind. The vessel broke apart like a dry leaf. Ursus awoke on an unknown shore in Asia. Aurelie was gone. Juan lies motionless on the sand, eyes closed still but alive. Time passed, heavy and unspoken, etched into every stone. Ursus dreams of that night again and again, each time with a different ending. In some dreams, he saves Aurelie. In all of them, a voice whispers from the depths of the sea. Atlantis. Atlantis. What is that city? Why is Aurelie there? Ursus and Juan lovingly call their sister Aurelie La Nena. Is she alive? Or just a memory trapped in time?
The flower in the abyss, as if someone is watching from the shadows. Maybe an Atlantean, afraid of what's coming. No one descends into the heart of Atlantis without leaving something behind. Aurelie faces her final trial. They call it the Chamber of Roots. A place where water doesn't flow, it floats. Where time doesn't move, it folds. Where every thought becomes an enemy. Only those who defeat their reflection can return, said the elders. And if my reflection doesn't want to fight? Areli asked, her eyes shining. No fear, but no certainty either. Then be ready to lose yourself. The chamber opened like a flower in the dark. No doors, just a deep pool with no visible bottom. Areli descended, not walking, falling, because here the fall isn't punishment, it's the beginning of judgment. And when she reached the center, she appeared. Another Areli, taller, stronger, colder, hair like black seaweed, eyes like shattered mirrors. You can't go back, said the reflection, because you still don't know who you are without them. I'm myself, said Lenena, but her voice trembled. Without Ursus? Yes. Without Juan? Yes. Without Mom? Silence. The reflection stepped forward with a coral sword, rusted by memories. Areli had no weapon, only her breath and her scars. You need them, the reflection said, but they no longer need you. That cut deeper than the blade that followed, a wound to the shoulder. Memory flooded Areli. She knelt, Juan shading her from the sun with his own body, their parents dancing under a rain that no longer exists. They were my roots, she cried. The reflection raised the blade, then tear them out. And Areli did. She ripped the flower tattoo from her own arm, the same one that had always connected her to her origin. The pain was indescribable, but what came after was peace. Because by tearing it out, she didn't forget who she was. She just stopped depending on it. The reflection smiled and dissolved like salt in the sea. The chamber lit up. An ancient voice spoke. The root that survives is the one that learns to grow without soil. Areli emerged, changed, more alone, more complete. But just before leaving Atlantis, she received one final message. Not from the council, not from the gods, but from the water itself. An image. Ursus, wounded and bleeding. Juan, crying while laughing, and a phrase written in bubbles. The world needs them, but not the way you left them. Areli looked out at the ocean's edge. Then, I'm going back. What will happen when she returns and her brothers are no longer the same? What if Ursus has grown colder, more violent? What if Juan has lost his laughter completely? Will they still be a family, or just strangers with shared memories? The earth trembles. The water has already moved, and La Nena is on her way.
Ursus and Juan awoke on an unfamiliar shore. Salt-crusted lips, torn clothes clinging to their skin, every breath searing their lungs like fire.
Are we dead?
If this is heaven, I expected less sand in my shorts.
The bushes rustled. They're tiny, stick-thin, a whirlwind of tangled hair. Kitsune peered through the leaves, her eyes glowing with the unholy cheer of a raccoon in a dumpster. And though she looked like a lost child, she was anything but. Inside her dwelled a spirit, a white fox that slept among her thoughts, whispering truths disguised as riddles.
Konbanwa, anata wa.
Ursus slowly rose to his feet.
Excuse me? Are you politely insulting us right now?
Though he didn't understand a word, something about her felt familiar. She moved with footsteps like whispered secrets, her smile folded like origami, delicate yet razor-sharp. Kitsune's hands glowed as she traced their fate. Sky, then her heart pulsing with foxfire. Juan mocked her gesturesque. See, then pat his full belly instead. Priorities. Juan mirrored her gesturesque, waves then his growling stomach. A sailor's compass always points to dinner.
Ha 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 ha.
Ursus laughed his first in Desa. Sound so heavy, it could have anchored ships. Kitsune offered them something questionable. A mochi, or at least something resembling mochi, in the shape of a cat. Juan sniffed it suspiciously. Is this food? Or food adjacent? Ursus grinned.
They say the way to a man's heart is through his stomach. Also how you poison men.
Juan took a bite anyway. His smile went disturbingly serene.
Brother, I'm seeing colors that shouldn't be.
Kitsune giggled.
Que simpaticos. And yes, I only gave you one bite, but you did look hungry.
El Templo de la Verdad. Kitsune led them through mountains and forests. After days, they arrived. The dojo of the Truth Temple, a sanctuary suspended between branches and floating fire. Every stone held a story, every step a question. The eyeless elder greeted them, his gaze piercing nonetheless.
Two born of flame. One laughs to survive. The other carries more kindness than he can bear.
His palm pressed to Ursus's chest, and the fire answered. A circle ignited beneath his feet, the mark of a bear. Your spirit has awakened. You are the fire Ronin, the elder said, flames bowing. You burn, yet never ash. Ursus scratched his head. I just wash regularly? Kitsune face-palmed.
Gods. Even his humility insults people.
The elder approached Juan. His arm darkened to deep green as a mist of darts and malicious laughter swirled around him.
You shall be. The Aztec ninja cat. Trippy. Unpredictable.
The Aztec ninja cat? Juan raised an eyebrow. Do I at least get 9 lives? Or just the crippling anxiety? Sounds dope though. I'm in.
Ursus observed his hands. Fire, responsibility, strength. Juan blew one of his darts at a tree, which immediately flushed verdant green. Kitsune studied Juan intently.
For you, other plans exist. You'll stay here only as long as needed. You'll become a most valuable ninja.
They don't know it yet, but their tale is already written in the stars. They need only learn to read it. As the dojo blazed with new symbols, an ancient ethereal voice murmured, one burns, the other dreams. Now, we wait for the flower, so the garden may rise again. The disciples, Araujo, Nicoya, El Niro, Golpe Puro, Megzitai, Fer, stood observing, unaware they'd soon fight alongside the legendary Aztec brothers. Where fire and blood recognize each other, the city was in flames. 3 shadows arrived at the same spot, separately. 3 paths, woven by fate. 3 warriors, unaware they were family. Juan arrived first. The ninja cat, hungover, jacket torn, but smile fully intact. They told me this is where the noise was, and I never miss a good symphony of chaos. Then, the light flower of Atlantis dropped from the roof. Literally. Who the hell are you, buffoon? She asked, not recognizing him, landing a spinning kick that barely grazed his eyebrow. Ursus entered silently, like a predator. He saw them both. He felt something, but the weight of old shadows still clouded his mind. Step back! Morelli launched a high kick toward his face. And who do you think you are? Giving orders. Juan recognized Ursus. Laughing, he said, Bro, you just met a lioness. Still chuckling, he looked at Morelli. And you? Why is your nose still so big? Morelli burst out laughing. It was something Juan used to tease her about as kids. Surprised, she asked.
Juanito? Ursus? Could this really be happening?
They all shouted at once. It's us, your beautiful, chaotic siblings. The bear roared. A light emerged. From that light, a fire of emotions. From Ursus's chest, the spirit of the bear awakened. He felt joy peace. He had found his siblings. Areli dropped to her knees, trembling. She remembered the fire, the night on the ship, the separation. Ursus's voice calling her name through thunder and waves. No, an explosion. As if every scream he'd ever held in through years of addiction burst out at once. "I'm sorry," he whispered. "I got lost." Ursus collapsed too. Not from pain, but because the weight of reunion was heavier than any sword. The bear touched each of them, healing the deepest wounds. And gave a tender kiss to her Areli, the light flower, and it lit up her heart. Time began to move again, not in a rush, with purpose. A light of hope emerged from the sword, and in that moment, they knew the enemy wasn't outside. It was coming. A piercing scream echoed. Not human, not animal, something older. From the far end of the alley, a dimensional rift tore open. The Oni's monsters from another plane, the same ones who had corrupted their parents years ago. And they were here for all three of them. And with them came the feared Tenguth Crow demons. They came for the siblings, but this time, the siblings were united. Areli stood tall. "I am the flower that doesn't wither. I am the life flower of Atlantis." Her energy became wind. Every move a dance that sliced through the air. Her hands became fire. Her feet a war drum. Juan grinned. "I'm the ninja cat. I told you I could make you laugh. Now you'll learn I can make you hallucinate too, and you'll fight each other." Ursus cracked a fire joke then, as any good Ronin, was the first to strike. Juan launched his hallucination darts, making an Oni lord punch a Tengu square in the face. The dying Tengu unleashed all his crows on the Oni lord. The darts, the flames, and the crows overwhelmed him, trapping him inside the pagoda. A powerful warrior fell and his soldiers with him. But worse was coming. The Tengu, though gravely wounded, was still incredibly strong. The battle raged on for days and nights. Flames and crows never ceased. The siblings shielded each other as if they'd fought together forever. Areli left. Juan, joke now. Ursus, behind you. Part of the plan. Swords, magic, fire, tears. The bear charging, Areli spinning in the air. Juan, bleeding, still cracking jokes. "Is this your welcome party, bro?" Ursus, like a true Ronin, drew the crows and the Tengu away, leaving him vulnerable. Areli ended the Tengu's agony with a final strike from her back. When he fell, when silence took the ground, the three stared at each other, saying nothing. But Juan? Silent? Impossible. "We're in the middle of a battle, and you two changing outfits like I change masks, and you, girl, even switched horses." They all laughed. After the battle, peace returned to the city. Rain put out the fire. The sky cleared. The sun, with its magical light, bathed the land. Trees bloomed again. Peace, calm. "So, is that it?" Juan asked. Ursus answered, "No, we're just getting started." And from the sky, a map fell, marked with a strange symbol none of them recognized. Areli picked it up, and the wind whispered, "Atlantis."
Hawaiian coastline, Moist Sita. A journey begins. A tremor ran through the small coastal village, not of the earth, but of conflict. For Moist Sita, the delicate petals of her adolescence barely unfurled, the shouts and the glint of distant weapons were a terror she'd only heard whispered in hushed tones. Her heart hammered a frantic rhythm against her ribs. Instinct, raw and primal, screamed at her to flee. She turned, her bare feet pounding against the warm sand, a desperate flight from the unseen threat. The sounds of battle grew closer, a terrifying symphony of clashing steel and panicked cries. Little did she know, this panicked escape was not the end of her story, but the turbulent beginning of a journey beyond imagining. But fate, it seemed, had other plans. Her foot caught on a gnarled root, sending her sprawling. The sandy ground gave way abruptly, and with a gasp, moist Sita tumbled into the churning embrace of the Pacific. Waves dragged her from shore. Would anyone see her? Would she be swallowed by the vastness of the ocean? Just as her lungs began to burn, a faint, ethereal glow pierced the darkness. Strange, melodic sounds reached her ears, not the roar of the ocean, but something else. A question bloomed in her fading consciousness. What was this place? The current, no longer a threat, gently guided her towards a city of breathtaking beauty, crafted from shimmering materials she'd never seen. Towers spiraled upwards, illuminated by an inner light, and strange, elegant beings moved with an otherworldly grace. This was Atlantis, a realm whispered about in ancient mariners' tales, a city thought lost to the ages. Image of Aureli, a woman with a regal bearing and kind eyes, noticing moist Sita. It was here, amidst the wonders of Atlantis, that she was found by Aureli. Her eyes, the color of deep-sea pearls, held a gentle concern as she approached the unconscious girl. There was a quiet strength in Aureli's demeanor, a natural protectiveness that radiated outwards. Despite the strangeness of this newcomer from the surface, Aureli felt an immediate empathy, a pull to help this vulnerable stranger. As moist Sita awoke, disoriented and terrified, Aureli spoke in a language that, impossibly, she understood. She explained that moist Sita had been brought to their city by an unusual current, a phenomenon that had happened before, though rarely. Surface dwellers were not unknown to Atlantis, but their arrivals were always shrouded in mystery. Quick montage of moist Sita and Aureli beginning to communicate, exploring Atlantis. Days turned into weeks. Moist Sita learned of Atlantis, its history, its people, and its connection to the surface world. A connection far older and more intricate than any surface dweller imagined. Aureli wasn't just the woman who saved moist Sita from drowning in the sea. She became her martial arts sensei, her sarcasm coach, and, unfortunately, her bad influence. She taught her the brute force wisdom of her brother Ursus. Punch first, ask existential questions later, the manipulative mind games of her brother Juan. Ninja-level sarcasm, because emotional damage is reusable. And most importantly, how to weaponize pure chaos. And of course, moist Sita's favorite skill was Juan's snark fu. Thus, Aureli didn't just train, Hush corrupted her beautifully. Aureli's not-so-subtle master plan that required reinforcements. The recruitment list was already wildly impressive. Kawi girls, the queen of laughter, who could literally giggle enemies to death in her sleep. Hilarious. Also terrifying, mostly terrifying. Moist Circus 69. A number so motivational, it made enemies trip over their own eagerness to die. 69. Nice. Also lethal. Mostly lethal. FL My 996, aka My 96. A silent, deadly beauty who knew every shortcut. And by shortcut, she meant a 15-minute route that, after several adjustments, would take you an hour if you were lucky. Her talent? Making battles take longer, but feel shorter. War's weird like that. The ultimate battle squad, now with 100% more Atlantis secrets. This team of lethal women was ready for anything. And we do mean anything. Need to storm a fortress? We have 7 ways in. 5 involve explosives. Facing an army of undead? Kawi girls will laugh at them until they die again. Seduction mission? Makes can make a 15-minute flirtation feel like a 3-hour relationship and leave you very confused. The unlikely evolution of Moist Sita, from a sweet, wide-eyed island girl to a smirking, sarcastic, lethally charming woman. Moist Sita's transformation was less coming-of-age story and more masterclass in chaotic energy. Thanks to Aureli's special mentorship, read constant sarcasm drills, the brothers' questionable life lessons, read emotional damage builds character, and her own natural talent for trouble, Moist Sita became hilarious. Her jokes could disarm you, literally. Sometimes a rib gets cracked. Seductive, not by choice. Chaos just looks good on her.
The last threshold of Iga and Koga Mountains. Ursus ninja training by the shinobi.
I'm a Ronin. Got honor, scars, and 0 stealth skills. Killer combo for a ninja, right?
Know what samurai do when they want to be ninjas? They die quietly.
This, the ninja path? Cause all I see is extreme cardio, dissociation, and my gut begging for political asylum.
Welcome to Iga. Survivors get trained. The rest? Well, less mouths to feed.
Nick, the fire was for chicken, not torching the ancestral meditation hut. Congrats, we're ninjas now. And prime arson suspects.
Meanwhile, Ursus faces his first test, crossing the bridge undetected.
Now how am I supposed to cross? With how clumsy I am, I'll probably trigger an alarm. Though, honestly, I deserve a more epic ending at the very least, with some applause.
Vaughn whispering,
Chill, bro. I loosened the sensors this morning. Walk like you're innocent and look lost. Works every time.
Isn't that cheating?
Call it collaborative strategy. I promised the village Nicholas 69 style BBQ chicken. Juan and Nico are prepping it. Hope they don't torch another shrine.
Ursus chats with Araujo in a casual tone.
Just stroll like it's nothing. You're light, agile, and totally expendable. Weight indispensable. If stuff blows up, we'll know Van's plan needs tweaks.
The trial repeats. Again and again. Like grinding for platinum. 7 or bomb jumping in IYO chapters.
Are we dead? Is this ninja purgatory? Knew it. Tuesday's gas station sushi killed me.
We nailed it. Van's shortcut courtesy of droid skipped 10 trials, 3 traumas, and months of pain in 3 days. Basically, ninja training for the bold.
This was supposed to be ninja training. Now I've been cooking like a Michelin-starred chef for exposure box.
Dude, you torched half the village first. Now we're low on chickens. Technically, you're field interning.
1 or 2, Nicolas. I came with the solution. Ready, team. Brought reinforcements, fresh chickens, ingredients, even smiles. Tonight, we feast like ninjas with grill master souls.
Araujo and Nico 69 were training. Their movements were no longer clumsy. They were precise, almost lethal.
After months of training, one final challenge remains. Here, their worth as ninjas will be decided.
You'll agree, Van's me brother and his crew are ninja. Ready now, yeah?
I know you, J-Dog. What are you scheming?
Nothing wild. Got a scroll from Lenina. Says she's got interested ladies for the ninja path. Pure dedication. How about an intensive boot camp? Hey.
We could recreate a similar setup.
I know a goddess. she can whip up something close.
All I know, if we survive, I want lunch. BBQ chicken and fries, if doable.
Can these new samurai ninjas wisely guide warriors trained by Arelethi, shadow of a forgotten bloodline? How brutal is training? When souls themselves are tested, the path has only just begun. The trial of the ninja girls' temple of Goddess Choi, celestial dimension. There sits Goddess Choi, serene and powerful. Ursus before the Goddess Choi.
Ah, Goddess Choi, I need your power to train the ninja girls. Make it real, tough, brutal. But if you could throw in some tasty snacks, that'd be great too.
It shall be done. But you will not train them. A mission awaits. Portals will open.
Ooh boy. They want to be masters with less effort than a yoga influencer.
Alright, Ursus, you go off on your mission and let the girls learn through confusion and chaos strategy and action.
Beyond the jade and light, the rules shift. Even clumsiness becomes a deadly weapon here. But first, let the illusion begin.
Kawi girls and Moist Sita step through the portal to face their training.
Following close behind are bold M6 and cheerful Circus 69, ready for the challenge, or the party, whichever comes first.
Welcome, beautiful students. I'm Juan. This is the Ninja Camp. Survive if you can. I'll be your guide to the hallucination.
Hey, I'm Nicola69. You can call me Nico. If you get hurt, don't worry, I brought ointments and really soft hands. I'll be your master chef.
I'm the massage master. Ha ha ha. Nah, for real. I'm your mentor in the moon cancel technique.
Hey ninjits, I'm Vanger Emotional Support. Tell me all your sad stories if you catch my drift. I'll be your guide through secret paths and smoke vanishings.
Woo! Everybody dressed to impress. And me? You left me the rags in the closet.
Amid snow and shadow, one strike is never enough to survive. Golpe Puro, the samurai of pure strike, faces off with an Orochi-sama. Defeated by the pure force of sword and fist. Suddenly, a crow demon attacks blocked and countered swiftly by Golpe Puro. The crow demon falls its corpse now entombed in the ruins. A forgotten terror. Crows emerge. Crow demons and Orochi-samas. Emerging from the shadows, their raspy, mocking voices. Just a glimpse of the army behind them.
You fell into the trap. We are many. Don't resist. It's useless. Were you off to so quick, warrior? Night's still young.
Golpe Puro has been captured, now rotting in a dungeon, back at Choi's celestial temple.
Thank you, Goddess Choi. But what is my mission?
Your mission is to rescue Golpe Puro, captured by crow demons and Orochi-sama. The pieces are moving. Maxi, Tai, and Horgum are gathering forces. Areli has taken the girls to train, and now heads alone to Brazil. Seek the fire katana, a beacon of hope against demons. Join your sister. Only with the katana can we fight the dungeon demons.
Ursus! Chill! There's only a 1% chance you'll die every second you breathe. While you were over here philosophizing with Choi, I already solved the steamy problem. And no, not with karate, with this outfit.
Brazilian Amazon, land of Curupira, where spirits guard and warrior women answer Choi's call. Aurelia arrives. The tribe believes she's sent from the heavens.
Light of Kurupia, I am Areli. I come for warriors, and for the blade that doesn't burn out. Will you guide me?
Areli, I'm Lara, voice of Kurupia. Choi foretold your arrival. I have warriors, but no katana. They stole the katana. We can track it, but only a pure soul will wield it.
Of all people, Ursus. Now we're stuck hearing his chosen one crap again.
Yo, girl talking behind my back already? Or is it my aura that walks in before I do?
Speak of the devil, and he appears. Lara, meet my lovely brother Ursus, the only man blessed with divine humility. Yeah, imagine that.
Ah, so that's why the katana chose him. Even blades have a sense of humor.
Not everything that smells delicious ends well.
Good morning, Moist. Ready to be eaten, I mean, have lunch?
I'm so hungry. I could eat the whole kawi. Just kidding. Did the shoulder massage help? Now maybe you'll finally hit the target.
This smells weird, but so good.
M6. I think we're going to be late for fruit salad lunch.
Relax. Shortcuts this way. Only 30 minutes, I swear.
30 minutes, huh? Is your watch from a black hole?
Weird. Must be 'cause I get distracted with you. Pause. But hey, slow adventures are the best ones, right?
M6, if you wanted alone time, you could have just asked. Now it's either we miss lunch, or improvise with human meat. But don't worry, I don't bite hard. Probably.
Back at the ninja temple. Mushrooms or crow demon curse. The feast went wild chicken, potatoes, and temple hens turning into dark crows. Or so they thought.
O majestic eagle, watcher of the skies, guide my fate. Call upon Ursus, my brother in arms. The enemy is near, and my soul burns for battle.
Sleep, my little one. My arms will shield you. Even if the sky falls, no crow shall hurt your dreams, precious baby.
Ha! Hungry crows. My sacred spear shall pierce the sky. No feather can resist my holy light.
It wasn't a spell, nor a curse. Just mushrooms. In the chicken stew. And while everyone hallucinated enemies and epic battles, Juan and Moist, immune.
Fear not, fair maiden, for no evil shall reach you while I stand. With blood and steel I shall shield you from these beasts of the sky.
Araujo, bro, is that you? And this angel beside you, is that punctual M6? Or have you died and found heaven?
At last, the lost ones returned. Mur, Six, and Araujo. 2 hours of shortcuts and 1 extra hour of unregistered activities. Arriving just in time to joke, improvise, and deliver fresh material for future memes.
Thanks to getting lost with you, we missed lunch and dodged demon chicken chaos. Though up that mountain, you started saying some interesting things.
Haha. Okay, just to be clear, it was the altitude. I'm no cannibal. That whole soft bite thing? A joke. Actually, I bite really hard. Also, I think that extra hour of shortcut wasn't exactly needed.
Look, I'm not one to ban things. Because, let's face it, screwing up is the best way to learn. But if we keep letting Vans and Circus 69 cook, these ladies and gents are gonna start talking to the furniture. So, with great regret, I hereby ban Vans and Circus 69 from the kitchen.
Back in the Atlantic jungle, the air thickens, trees whisper old promises.
Ursus, meet Anjo Protectora, our best tracker and a force of nature. She dances with storms and fights with fire. If anyone can find the katana, it's her. And with you, I think there's chemistry. In battle, of course.
Nice to meet you, Ursus. Don't follow me if you can't keep up. But if you do, maybe I'll show you the way.
Charmed, Angel. I don't usually chase anyone, but for a storm like you, I'll make an exception. And trust me, if I catch you, it's not luck. It's my superpower. Humility and modesty. And, yeah, I know. Modesty aside.
High above, something awakens. The story keeps flying. From the mysterious depths of the Amazon to the chaotic streets of Sao Paulo, the hunt for the flame sword continues. Anjo and Ursus walk down foggy streets, looking sharp.
Ursus, something feels off. I can sense the sword's energy, but not the one who holds it. That's unusual, unless the bearer is special, a chosen one, or a messenger.
You mean there's another chosen hero like me? What a shame. I thought I was the only heartbreaker in this story.
Don't flatter yourself, Ronan. When we find whoever it is, we'll know. But how do we get there?
Leave that to me. Oh, Goddess Choi. We know where the sword is. Please open a portal to its guardian.
A portal opens, and a new adventure begins as they appear in an ancient crypt beneath Rome. Dim, echoing footsteps, but the sword is not here. What they do feel is the presence of someone familiar.
I know this scent. Huh, I think I know who's been here. That little troublemaker.
Troublemaker? Wait, who is she? Another special friend from your travels?
What? No. I mean, she's literally a little fox. She's adorable. Ow, that kick was kinda real.
Aw. So now you like foxy girls, huh?
Only if they don't bite too hard.
But they are not alone.
Look what we have here. Ursus, favorite of Goddess Choi, and his lovely companion. A secret date in the Roman catacombs? How romantic. Too bad it'll end in tragedy.
The goddess knows Ursus gets lost, even in a straight line. And Anjo wins more hearts than battles. But for them and for Rome we fight.
Sword raised. A clean strike, the first Orochi falls. Shield spinning, blade dancing. The second one hits the dust.
Wow, another friend of yours? How many exes do you have on this planet?
I swear I don't know this one. Yet.
But who is Lavinia Vespasia? Why does her sword burn with divine fire? Goddess Choi knows the answer.
In ancient times, when Rome was but a whisper in the valleys of Latium, there lived a young woman named Lavinia, daughter of a king, promised to a warrior from the sea. Her choice sparked the wrath of warlords and gods alike. Her name shaped the fate of empires. Her blood blended two warring worlds. From their union came a lineage that forged cities, armies, legends. But few know this. Lavinia never faded into the shadows of time. Her spirit still roams the earth, turning her descendants into guardians of balance, hidden warriors, bearers of the blade that cuts chaos from harmony.
And today, Lavinia Vespasia, heir of that immortal lineage, has answered the call. Her enemies will fall, as did the usurpers of Rome.
Wow. Another legend in your collection, Ursus? Or is she from your mythological fan club?
For once in centuries. I got no clue.
Lavinia. Her eyes and smile say more than words ever could. Ancient Siam, land of invincible warriors. Here, Maxi Tai trained under the legendary Master Nai Tom, father of Muay Thai, the art of 8 weapons. Fists, elbows, knees, shins, and a sharp tongue for jokes.
Still daydreaming, Maxi? Thinking of your flying knee days again?
Haha, no. I was remembering when my master sent me to train warriors in Brazil. Maybe it's time to call them. We'll need everyone to rescue Golpe Puro.
Wouldn't it be smarter to stop at the ninja temple first? We've been living off bugs and fish for days. Man, I'd kill for some roasted chicken. I even dream of feasts.
Here's my genius plan. We go to the temple, grab all the trainees for battle. If they're ready, they fight. If not, what better training than a real war? And on the way, finally real food. Admit it, Horjum, I'm a genius.
Brilliant. Dragging rookies into a massacre with a side of potatoes. Genius, indeed.
Maxi dreamed of being Siam's best fighter. Maxi Tai arrived at the temple, seeking the legendary art. But his real training began when he accidentally triggered the ancient temple's trap.
Oh, this wasn't part of the warm-up routine.
The stone warrior statues came to life. His trial of 8 weapons began, but Maxi had a secret. The reflexes of a stray cat, and the speed of someone who knows when to run, is the best martial art.
Looks like you've already triggered the temple's first trial before meeting me.
Ha! Master Naikanom Tom, such an honor to meet you.
Nice to meet you, young Maxi Tai. But guess what? You've passed 2 challenges already. First, surviving the Stone Guardians. And second, running so fast not even the flying sandal auntie of the Temple Warriors could hit you. Believe me, boy, if you dodge that deadly strike, it's deadlier than Muay Thai's 8 weapons combined.
The forest is a hidden battlefield, where every branch could be a spear, every shadow an enemy, every caw a death signal.
Beautiful story, Maxi. Statues and temples and all. But if we don't hurry, there won't be any rice left at the ninja temple, or allies to help us. And fighting on an empty belly is worse than facing your grandma's flying sandal.
But death comes not with noise, it comes with silence.
Heading back to the temple? Pity. You won't make it. No food, no allies. Only fresh graves in this cursed forest.
See, champ? No noodles tonight. Looks like these birds want us roasted instead. Backwards.
Muay Thai fears no mask or wing. First them, then dinner.
The master said, "The best strike is the one that saves your path before the enemy closes it." Maxi and Horgem run through old colonial ruins, dodging winged crows and moss-covered walls. Suddenly, Horgem dashes ahead, but Maxi is no longer by his side.
Over here, demon. You fell for the trap. Time to eat dirt.
While Maxi resumes the fight, other heroes follow a parallel fate. Ursus, Anjo, and Lavinia respond to the call of the goddess Choi. The portal transports them to the jungles of Costa Rica, where an unexpected ally awaits.
Ursus, I heard what happened with Golpi Puro and figured you'd need this sword, so I borrowed it. Hey, I knew you'd show up, so I kept it safe for you.
Anjo and Lavinia, 2 hidden blades, one from Sao Paulo, the other from Rome. A single glance, and the fire of rivalry ignites. Allies? Rivals? Or something even more dangerous?
And who are these 2? Your little ribbon-wearing friends? Guess you didn't miss me after all. And here I was, thinking about you like a fool. Take your dumb sword. Hope it doesn't catch fire when you use it. Kidding, Ronin. But seriously, I'm kinda mad.
Easy, Kitsune. You know there's always room in my dojo. For swords and good company. I promise I'll only use it in battle. Though with these sparks flying, I bet even the forest will want to invite me to a bonfire. Who's afraid of a little fire?
With that sword, you'd better invite me. I'll bring the marshmallows.
Just don't set fire to your good company while you're at it, Ronin.
Now it's your turn. Taste dirt, soulless crow.
Maxi, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think you used me as bait.
Had to for the surprise. They thought we were the bait let down their guard chasing you. Left their defense wide open.
Look what I found in their robes. A scroll with security instructions.
Maxi made the right call. Not only did he defeat the Crow demons, but he also kept them from discovering the secret location of the temple. Maxi and Horgem reunite with the ninja masters and students to fine-tune the plan to rescue Golpe Puro.
Maxi, Horgem, welcome back just in time.
According to these blueprints, there are 3 watchtowers with guards rotating every hour. The main gate is to the east, but the patrol shifts every 45 minutes.
We'll use the south portal right before the shift change. Quick and silent.
Kawi girls and I will prep climbing ropes and camo nets. Under the moonlight, they'll be nearly invisible.
Vans, you and I will handle the drawbridge. Just need to weaken a couple of planks with light powder charges.
I've already marked the weak spots. It'll collapse clean in under a minute.
I'll escort the freed prisoners out of the dungeons. With Juan laying down smoke cover, no one will see us.
Horgem and I will head to Brazil to recruit allies. We'll strike at the perfect moment for a surprise attack.
Ready to jump, Goddess Choi. Guide our steps.
The team moves toward the south portal, ready for their most dangerous mission yet, freeing Golpe Puro, while Maxi and Horgum recruit new allies in Brazil. The plan began flawlessly. Fast, precise, perfect. Every piece falling into place, like the ancient scrolls foretold. The entryway, ready to fall, with a whisper of powder. Meanwhile, in Brazil, new warriors were joining the cause. Areli wasn't alone either. 3 fierce warriors stood ready to fight by her side. The surprise attack, unleashed in fury.
Did you really think you could escape my illusions?
Her magical mist confused friend and foe alike. Chaos ruled the battlefield. But from another portal came true beasts of war. Kitsune, Anjo, Lavinia, relentless, lethal, and ruthlessly competitive.
Nice move, Samurai. That sword makes you look even deadlier.
Excuse me? What was that, Roman?
Hold it right there, Bella. In this dojo, there's an order to things. And I was here long before this sweet-talking Roman showed up.
One at a time, ladies. This poor Ronin can't handle so much fire at once.
Amidst the turmoil and confusion, the flame katana lost once more, and with it, their final hope. From the shadows, the sorceress Takayasha, Haim smiled wickedly. In the mists of ancient Japan lives Takayasha, Haim, daughter of a fallen lord, a witch feared by emperors.
Be careful, Ursus. She is no ordinary shadow. Her illusion magic clouds the mind and breaks the will of both warriors and gods alike.
But just when everything seemed under control, the sorceress struck. In his rush to save Golpe Puro, Maxi Tai forgot to introduce his Brazilian allies to the rest of the team. Taking advantage of Maxi's confusion, Takayasha Haim unfurled her ancient scroll, whispering forgotten words of power, a forbidden spell to twist minds and stir chaos among allies. Takayasha Haim, the sorceress princess of the 19th century, a traitor, a summoner of monsters, and today, the mistress of magical confusion.
Let them fight each other. Let them bleed, never knowing who their true enemies are.
Nicola 69 faces an enemy who is actually one of Maxi's disciples, Master Miyagi, the wise man of Para, trained by Maxi in pure defense, now blinded by the sorceress's mist. Araujo believes he's hitting an enemy, but it's actually his ally, Zé de Manga, the brute from Maranhão whom Maxi trained with sweat and patience. Bruxo Zé, strong as an ox, stubborn as his master. Vans doesn't realize he's fighting hand-to-hand against Gooby, the wrestling master from Rio, and another old student of Maxi's. Gooby, low to the ground, ready to strike the horizon, fading behind the mist. And Areli, too, failed to warn anyone about her new recruits. The result, chaos.
Now it's the warrior maiden's turn. Let them fight among themselves to prove their worth.
Kawi strikes fiercely, unaware that Agua X79, Areli's capoeira fighter, awaits her with a knowing smile. Agua X79, the dancing feather of the jungle, Areli's hidden jewel. Moist locks swords without holding back. Unaware she faces an ally. Ale Rosic, Areli's shadow, answering every strike with lethal elegance. May 6 attacks with fury. Not knowing Gian also, an ally, is Areli's top tactical disciple, agile as shadow under his blade. Gion, change made flesh, secretly trained by Areli herself. Far from the confusion, Maxi and Horgem reach the dungeon tower, but something feels off.
Horgem, something's wrong. The allies should have broken through by now.
You're right, Maxie. What could have happened? Why aren't they here yet?
But cunning Takayasha. Haim was gone. Her spell of fog had sown discord. Only a higher power could bring clarity.
Warriors, I am the goddess Choi. Hear my voice, breathe deeply, calm your spirit. The wicked Takayasha. Haim has cast a spell of confusion, but my light will dissolve her deceit. You are not enemies, you are allies.
Meanwhile, Ursus and his charming companions waited atop the second tower, ready to unleash the final ambush in the heart of the pagoda.
Now this is going to be a real fight. And I'm not talking about the crow demons.
But time was slipping away. The flame katana lost amid the chaos of the tower. Without it, victory against the Purple Lord and the crow demons seemed impossible. In the center, the brave Golpe Puro, still chained, still alive, but his strength fading with every passing moment. From the eastern tower, Ursus led the charge with his mighty allies, Kitsune, Lavinia, and Anjo. The echo of their steps signaled the counterattack. From the other side, Maxie and Aurelie stormed in with their Brazilian allies. Strength, precision, and a burning desire for redemption. Destiny had marked the hour, and Golpe Puro's rescue burned on the razor's edge of uncertainty. The crow demons, cornered like beasts with no sky, turned their hollow stares. The circle was closing. No escape possible.
Yuchitsune no Manako. Heh. Yuchitsune no Manako. Heh.
Yuchitsu no Manako. Heh. Yuchitsu no Manako. Heh.
Ursus invoked the fire, knowing well the suffering his flames would bring. The demons, already weakened by the fierce clash with the allies, fell one by one, consumed by the relentless flames unleashed by Ursus. The Ronin's fire knew no mercy, purging all darkness in its path.
Izanami no Inochi. Izanami no Inochi.
The last foes, still standing, wavered, unable to endure Ursus's blazing final strike. The maiden's fiery arrows struck true, setting the darkness ablaze, leaving no shadow untouched.
Victory. The temple stands, and so do we.
But the smoke failed to clear the threat. From the ashes, a dark figure emerged.
Goddess Choi, I see my spell has failed, but if the game has changed, then let it be a duel of gods. Bring forth your finest warrior, and let them face me.
All eyes turned to Ursus, but his face was marked by quiet resolve. The flame katana lost amid the chaos.
Comrades, I have failed my mission. The flame katana, lost in this confusion. But my will, my inner blade, still stands ready to fight.
Ursus, you journeyed from Brazil through Italy and to Costa Rica, yet the flame katana's path seems unclear. Perhaps its fate slipped from your hands long before this moment, but this is no time for explanations. Sword or no sword, we trust you to face Takayasha.
I can do it, Ursus. Give me the word.
Let me try, Ursus. I won't let you down.
But before any voice could decide, a flash cut through the mist. A bright, firm, female figure stepped onto the battlefield. An unexpected heroine, the beautiful Ms. Wick, Baba Yaga flame katana in hand, its glow reflecting 1,000 suns through the fog. Without announcement, without permission, the mysterious warrior unleashed a whirlwind of steel and flame. Her swords danced with divine fury, and for the first time, Takayasha Hime faltered, surprised, cornered, until she vanished in smoke and curse. Some believe fury comes dressed in scars, in broken bodies, in savage eyes. They are wrong. The purest fury comes with an angel's face and a perfect stride. Her name, is Ms. Wick Baba Yaga, and no one has ever lived to tell the tale of facing her. And when the Nox clan master summoned her, she said no. No one commands her, no one gives her orders. She agreed to only one thing in this life, to save her old friend, Ursus. But what became of Takayasha? Inexplicably, she vanished before our very eyes. Where is she now? A gentle glow filled the temple. The scent of rice, sake, and wood fire hung in the air. Circus and vans preparing feasts under Nicola, and the master's stern but proud, watchful gaze. Clapping shoulders, raising cups in praise.
Friends, thank you. I thought my days were over. But thanks to each and every one of you, and especially Maxie and Horgum who raised the alarm just in time.
Wait, where is Maxie? Where did he go?
How did this happen? Ursus, Horgum, help.
The battle has ended, but the war has only begun. Why does Maxie now lie in chains? If the enemy has already fallen, betrayal? A lingering spell? Or an old ally? Who switched sides?
Master, O sublime creator of celestial condumios, what divine roasted chicken is this, and these potatoes? Such perfect delight that enraptured my senses.
Ah, yes. Circus and Van's finest recipe. Chicken and potatoes.
But what enchantment clouds my sight? For I gaze upon thee, fair and youthful, blooming as spring's first flower.
And the house specialty. Magic mushrooms.
You seem so perfect I can scarce tell if thou art man, or vision conjured by my fevered dreams.
Indeed, wonders still work upon the senses, but none match the spell of your gaze, illustrious sorceress, whose mere glance could unravel the mind of the sanest knight and make him dream 1,000 waking fantasies.
How could he just vanish?
Protector Anjo, can you track him?
Yes, but only if we have a lead. Who was the last to see him?
I saw him face Lord Sama, right before Ursus turned them to ash.
I was the last. He stood there. Then a purple cloud swallowed him, and the sorceress vanished.
Bet the sorceress kidnapped him. Now he's dancing with visions, maybe hugging trees. Poor Maxie.
Is Maxie Tai alive? Captured or lost to something worse? Reaching Maxie wasn't hard. Breaking those chains was impossible.
This chain, it's magical. No tool can break it.
See, I told you. The sorceress enchanted him. Maybe did laundry on his underwear. Now look at that grin.
It's not strength that'll break it. It's magic. Or a key we haven't found.
You're wrong, Vans. Thanks to your magic mushroom recipe, I had an enlightening chat with Takayasha Heim.
I assure you, it wasn't me. That lock, it's older than this world. I can help find the key, but it's elsewhere, across time, in a long-forgotten castle guarded by a dragon.
A dragon? Like fire dragons?
Fear not. Not an ordinary dragon, but a wise one. Solve its riddles and it grants you the key, and becomes your steed.
How do we gain entry? Offerings? Tribute? Maybe sacrifice Vans?
Only those bearing the fire sword may approach.
So Wick's sword isn't the lost sword?
No, Wick hunts dark dragons, but not the wise kind. The lost sword still missing.
Time is running out. If Maxie stays chained, this spell turn permanent.
What if the key's hidden here, with a soul manual and a blessed copy? This is Japan. Everything has instructions.
Maybe you're right, but my sword might be here. If I recover it, I'll face the Dragonaut as incomplete, but as the Ronin I am.
First the sword, then the dragon's riddles.
This temple hides more than you see. Look into the pools. Glimpse your future. The sword reveals its true bearer.
One by one, they saw their fate. Silence fell. Some in doubt, others in awe. But Ursus smiled.
I only see my usual face, though maybe a bit more handsome.
At last, I know where my sword lies, and I remain a purer-hearted bearer.
Dragon, sewer, castle, and bug repellent for crow demons.
What if the dragon's MIA? I signed up for adventure, not an apocalypse BBQ.
Relax. Not you all, just Ursus and me. Clean up while we're gone. And if six-legged beasts show up, be polity or scream.
Suddenly, the tower trembles. Shadows lengthen, and a frigid roar shatters the air. Altharion, ancient ice mystic, awakened by freed magic.
That wasn't on the itinerary.
A test or a curse. We must face it.
Great like a holiday special with a blockbuster budget.
We're doomed, or worse, no magical Wi-Fi.
Fear not, fair folk. Though unmustached and unarmed, my tongue and valor rival 100 knights.
And who might you be? 8 magic mushrooms, boy?
Sir Miyagi, I am Nicola of Nowhere, raised on borrowed books, skilled in recipes, traps, and 3 ways to outwit a god with an accent.
Interesting. Protect the pool then, O Maxi, whatever's easiest.
With pleasure, my lady. But first a gaudy style verse. Judge not the unarmed fighter, for a sharp tongue fights too.
This guy's like Shakespeare on steroids.
But I like him. A Lazarilla Van Gogh mashup.
As Wick and Ursus crossed realms for the key, the tower wove its destiny in ice and laughter. And then, he rose from oblivion. Altharion the Frost Mystic, born of dragon breath and winter's sigh. He once guarded the gate of winter, when time still bled magic. The realms forgot him, but the magic never did. In his frozen eyes burned not hatred, but the echo of a sacred duty, a light through centuries of ice and silence. Awakened by error, or by fate, his presence changes everything. For when ancient winter walks again, even fire is not safe. Can Ursus find the key before the dragon stirs? Is Nicola truly an ally, or Destiny's jester? And will our heroes withstand Altharion's winter? While Maxi dreams of teaching Muay Thai to sprites, others dream of the perfect caipirinha.
To freedom, sunshine, and no one's called us out.
Golpe Puro is free. That's progress.
I'm dancing, and if the sorceress shows up, I'll challenge her to a round.
So this is the elite team saving the world? John, Agua X Hetvenchen is. Gubi, Alaroshi. Zeda Mangami soul friends.
I know you're having fun. I won't be the party you pooper, but your new allies need aid. Altharion has risen, and he won't come alone. So, we're all screwed now, right?
But if we go down, let's toast to it.
You want me, I want you, baby me sugar. Boo, I'm levitating. The Milky Way, we're renegading.
Negligence, hidden wisdom, or a dance revolt.
Aurelie? Was it her?
Altharion, the ice dragon, the birth of eternal winter. Altharion's arrival shattered everything. The sky, the earth, even the memory of warmth. When the world trembled, the frost dragon awoke. Whispers of a forgotten legend, his breath an icy damnation. In one heartbeat, Altharion commanded the cold, freezes flesh until it shatters or traps the soul, steals essence like plucking breath from lungs, moves objects not with claws, but with thought's raw will. His draconic form never repeats, shifts scales and shadows, as if sculpted by the beholder's terror. His deadliest power becomes the form and soul of those he sees. But that figure is illusion. Altharian toys with shapes before striking. What we witness is the snare already sprung. A hand lifts the key. Choi's name echoes through our memories. Precisely as Altharian intended. Trust the scene. Ignore the truth.
These spells are forbidden. I never meant to awaken such ancient darkness. But gods forgive me, I woke him.
Perfect. You unleashed the primordial beast? What's your genius plan to avoid becoming ice sculptures?
I might have skipped the fine print.
A familiar shape materialized in the blizzard. The key blazing in her hand, memories twisting like knives. No accident. Altharian knew they watched from the tower. He craved this. Confusion, agony, the chaos of a betrayal that never was.
So much treachery in one heartbeat? The key, held by her. The one we'd sworn our lives to. She played us, Vans. All a setup. Choi chained him. She sold out Maxie.
Blind to the deceit, the true Choi wove her plans. Each step precise, each choice measured.
Ursus fire isn't with us. But this isn't the end. We have archers, flame, arrows, and clear minds. Trap him, and Altharian will pay for every chain, every lie, like the crow demons and Sama paid.
Liar! You're the traitor who shackled Maxie. I need nothing from you. Altharian falls by my hand, no tricks, no lies.
Moist Circus 69 charged into hell, bow raised, fury igniting her eyes. Each arrow didn't fly. It screamed vengeance. Ice answered. Her rage was insufficient. Altharian didn't flinch.
Pitiful. Is this your best deluded child? You should have fled.
I fear nothing. Your laughter. I'll carve it into screams. Face me. Abispam.
Fire in her eyes, but fury's blindness led. Courage proved hollow. Soul crystallized, forever still.
Vans run screaming her name into the cold. The mountain answers only with silence. There lies Circus. Brave, broken, gone.
No! Circus! Stay with me! Fight!
Clutch her tighter. The freeze comes for you next.
I've got nothing left. Want pain? Here, finish it!
As hope bled out, cunning struck.
Tongue forges the wind. Word builds winter's wall. Before the breathless fiend, shatter his glacial thrall.
For one eternal moment, the dragon froze, paralyzed by a verse that choked the cold. They ran without backward glances, as if ice had amnesia, as if winter could forget.
Satisfied, Choi? Your monster didn't just take her, it tore something out of me, and left nothing behind.
Vans, don't let rage devour reason. Circus's pain is ours to bear. Her sacrifice will echo injustice.
Don't you dare to speak her name. Not with that voice. I heard enough flies to drown me.
Silence! This puzzle has missing pieces. Understand the dragon first. Answers lie here, in the scroll that birthed this nightmare.
Shaking fingers traced ancient runes. Takayasha deciphered Altharian's horrors.
Power to freeze and imprison souls. Move matter with thought. Shift form and emotion. Worst of all, steal face and spirit through a mere reflection.
Soul theft? Vance, what did Circus see before dying?
She saw Choi, but it was him. He weaponized her rage. That's what killed her. But her death won't blast it.
No hesitation now. Rage fuels him, but truth guides. Ice won't cage him, it'll arm him.
Vans, walk not Circus's path. Fury murdered her. Fight eyes, not with blind fire, but with its own power. Turn his darkness against him.
Will Vans conquer his fury, or become Ice's next monument? Circus fell, trusting in an illusion. Will Vans fall trusting wrath? Can the Master's wisdom extinguish vengeance's burn? Follow the next chapter. Share, theorize, join the battle. You could be the hero who shatters Altherian.
Before the spear, she wore braided innocence, stealing apples, dodging questions with grins, swore to fear nothing, yet feared she'd never be enough. Amid duty's inferno, she forged her name every fall, loved in shadows, laughed unbound, fought like death was her lover. Ice didn't extinguish her soul, froze her at the moment she burned brightest. Moist Circus didn't fall. She became a legend.
Velmorgith, the Dragon of Wisdom, Maxi, ensnared by ancient magic, remains imprisoned under an unyielding spell. Goddess Choi, with deep insight, discovered the key to free him lies not in this world, but another universe in a distant era, guarded by a Dragon of Wisdom, a place full of dangers and trials, guarded by invincible protectors. Protectors only the fire, swords of Miss Wick and Ursus can defeat. Ursus has found his blade, but the real challenge is just beginning. Meanwhile, their courage was tested by an enemy whose power freezes not only flesh, but the soul. Rising tensions, unexpected betrayals, soul-shattering decisions marking their path, leaving both visible and unseen scars. The weight of sacrifice lingers with every breath. Now, urgency becomes relentless, and their bonds stretch to breaking. Time is running out. The fight to save Maxi and halt the eternal winter is only just beginning. Ursus never falters. His flaming blade slices through the air. The Guardian falls before he can scream. With fury and flame, Miss Wick strikes down Silver Egg. Not even the gods saw it coming.
I am Velmorgith, the last wise dragon. I see you carry the legendary fire katanas, and you bear them with honor. Thank you for freeing this castle from its wardens. But tell me, what brings you here? I?
Goddess Choi sent us. In her vision, she saw you guard the key to free Maxi.
It is true. The key exists and I keep it. But the path to it is no easy trial. You must solve my riddles. Answer correctly, and I'll be your ally. Fail, and you will serve me.
Velmorgith holds no treasures, only truths. To gain his guidance, one must first pass the soul's riddles.
What is so fragile? It breaks the moment you say its name.
Neither steel nor magic helps here. Only understanding can pass the dragon's judgment.
So fragile its being, defenseless before speaking. You shatter it by the word. It is silence.
Baba Yaga of Fire, who breaks silence with soul and thought, deserves the path. The first lock yields to wisdom. You may proceed.
But wisdom offers no rest. The second riddle falls like a sentence.
The more you take away, the bigger I become. I have no shape nor color, yet everyone fears me for no reason.
As Ursus and Miss Wick face the final sage's riddles, Choi and the others confront the assassin. Altherion, the ice dragon, the one who sealed Moist Circus's fate in a single flash.
Circus didn't fall by steel or spell, but by an impossible burst of light. That flash came from the dragon's amulet.
Then we must take it before the snow devours us.
The amulet is the source of his power. Without it, he becomes vulnerable.
And who will be the thief of ice?
Nico, your voice might defeat him.
A well-spoken poem can be a sharper blade than any spear.
I'll snatch that amulet. Swift, no hesitation. He won't see it coming.
And if he reacts, my arrows will speak for you. I've got your back, Vans.
Juan laughs in Danger's face, or at least distracts him. For his goal isn't to defeat Altherion, but to lure him into the final ambush. Ursus hesitates. The answer to the riddle eludes him, and the threat of punishment weighs on his soul.
Tell me, warrior, is doubt your shield or your sentence?
I will not be your servant. I'd rather fall by my sword than surrender to silence.
But something interrupts the trial. The fire does not come from the dragon, but from beyond.
My kin and their allies invade my realm. Help me return to my castle. Use your katana. Only ancient flames can pierce their demonic scales.
He could submit, but Ursus does not know surrender. His honor chooses risk. For Ursus, challenging the dragon is child's play. To your castle, old sage.
By my flame, no demon shall touch your ruins.
Riled by Juan's taunts and wounded pride, Altherion storms in with blind fury. Thinking is gone, only attack remains. Nicola begins a more complex poem, a carefully measured chant to prolong the enchantment's hold.
In the dance of ice, fire fears no breath. My voice is not a blade, yet it cuts if it strikes. Dream, dragon, of the cradle of wind, rest in your rage, for I am your breath.
And the dragon hesitates, not from fear or the verse's edge, but because that voice reminds him of another, a lost echo, shrouded in the mist of when he still had a name, and not the breath of frost. His stare falters. Winter itself wavers.
It's not just the amulet, damned worm. It's for Moist Circus. She died by your deceit, and now justice calls.
Vans, please, just seize the amulet. Control that burning rage in you. Don't feed the dragon's power. If it awakes, the spell will shatter.
It's not just the amulet, it's justice. You left her to die, Altherion. Now face what you've wrought.
The spell is breaking. Step back.
And in that moment, Altherion's contained rage shattered like a crack in eternal ice. Van's lives, yet seems not to. He did not fall in battle, but into the abyss of his own fury. Only ice embraces him now. Nicola did not fall as a warrior. She fell like a fading beacon. No verse remains in her chest, only the echo of a last spell, drowned by chaos's roar.
Altherion, you will not touch Vans or Nicola. Our arrows will form walls of steel to halt your fury. As long as they breathe, I will defend their lives with every breath I have left.
Though the amulet is gone, Altherion still wields chaos with his mind. He needs no relic when his will is a storm. Only splinters remain, the honor of Kawi girls fragmented in ice. The castle bends to Altherion's mental might. Crystals explode and curtains become silk mouths, devouring all who dare resist. The dining hall no longer exists. Tables and chairs rise as furious specters. Curtains salive-wrap Choi, Takiyasha like tongues of shadow.
Master, I think I recall part of Nico's poem. Something stayed in my mind. Maybe it will slow the dragon. I saw where the amulet fell when Van struck.
Then, let's act. You start reciting. I'll retrieve the chain. I know exactly where it landed.
But before Wong can speak, Altharion clamps him in Ice's grip. He was moments from joining the Eternal Frost, where moist Circus already rests. But then he saw it. The amulet in the Master's grasp. Juan ceased to matter. The entire realm turned hostile. Altharion had taken one life, but if he ended the Master, all hope would die. The old sage, prone, did not beg. He would rather die in the Dragon of Ice's claws, because if the amulet fell, the world would know only suffering, and Altharion watched, untouched by compassion. Then, without hesitation, Altharion struck with ruthless force, blinded by vengeance. Will the Master survive? The battle for the key is nearing its end. Our heroes are close to earning Velmorgath's respect, the Riddle Guardian, wise and ancient. The key is within reach. Maxie is nearly free. Just one final riddle remains. But as the ice cracks and battle roars, a deeper story stirs in the Master's heart. Before he became a legend, he was just a broken-hearted boy. The Master remembers childhood. He was sent away after their parents' divorce. One thought filled his mind: escape. He believed the pain outside would be easier than what was inside. With no money and a shattered spirit, his mother placed him in a boys' boarding school. His sisters were sent to a convent, but the Master ran away. He lived in the shadows, fueled by hope and fury. Cold and hungry, with dried-up tears, he fell asleep using a stone for a pillow. One day, he saw her. "Mom!" he cried, heart bursting with joy. She looked at him and said, "I don't know you. My son is at boarding school." But the cruelest blow came on his birthday. His mother said, she regretted the day he was born. That kind of pain doesn't come from monsters. The real fire burns within and never goes out. Now, before the dragon, the Master doesn't fight for power, he fights his own ghosts. His screams froze the air, but not the heart of a man already shattered and rebuilt. The amulet turned, and ice closed around Altharion.
Master, are you okay? We did it, old wise one. I felt every hit, and being stuck, unable to move, that was torture.
Yes. Vans. A few more hits, but nothing life hasn't thrown at me before. I've felt deeper wounds than these, and I don't mean to brag, but I told you, using his own ice against him was the key.
Snow, steel, and fire in the sky. Neither blizzards nor thunderclouds will stop the battle. Velmorgath is not alone. Can Ursus and Miss Wick protect the Wise One? Or has the hour already passed? Neither fire nor blood shakes her. Miss Wick, Baba Yaga, came to hunt. A trained huntress. She strikes where the brave dare not look. Every beast has a weakness. Miss Wick finds it and pierces through. Not all monsters have scales. Some breathe betrayal. His blade seeks no glory, only burning justice. Pride breaks faster than steel and hits the ground even harder. You can taste fear in the air, but Ursus does not flinch. A fall is never silent. It's the dying roar of an empire. Velmorgath is free, but the shadows do not retreat. Abyssal warriors rise in waves, and the cold is not the worst that's coming. Aureli arrived just in time. Blood calls to blood, and the bond never breaks, not even in a storm. Guided by Anjo's path, the allies never hesitated. Ursus was never alone. He never was. Mr. Miyagi stood like a wall. Gooby moved like a deadly echo. Together, they shattered the first wave. Darkness couldn't reach them, because the fire of courage already burned. Al Roski roared with every strike, and Aguia 79 cleared the rest. In the frozen heart of the castle, they turned the second wave to dust. They weren't backup, they were the storm no one saw coming. Heroes don't need strength, just memory.
Ursus, when you told me to close my eyes so I wouldn't be afraid, what do you think I saw?
Well, what else would you see, sis? Nothing. Just darkness.
Dark is the key that neither weighs nor glows. It hides in the gaze of the one who avoids it most. If without speaking you've already named it, the soul's door is open and real.
While the key glows in his hand, Ursus doesn't know that darkness has already claimed its price. Moist Circus will not see the dawn. Maxi has been freed, and with the same key that unlocked his chains, the dragon will now be bound.
Thanks to the unity of this family, we've set Maxi free, and the dragon's chill became its own prison. But, the amulet? Does anyone have it?
When everyone let their guard down, the most powerful object disappeared.
Oh no, that amulet. It was the only thing keeping peace here. We can't blame each other. We stay united.
In dark times, the wisest don't shine. They guide in silence.
I'm free. Pure strike. But something out here feels different.
Sometimes, freedom brings with it what was bound beyond.
Horgim, these markings, they're not the dragons. They're far more ancient and darker.
The ice is melting, yet the castle grows colder. That's not natural.
Maybe. These are only echoes of released power. I can contain it, for now.
No one saw it enter, because it didn't come through the door. It was already here.
Juan, do you want to know your father's truth? Who said that? I swear I heard my own voice. That wide crack? Wasn't there before, was it?
Stay calm. Nothing can still happen. We've locked the dragon in.
I'm confused. I see people passing by around us. Who is the voice speaking to me?
You feel scared, don't you? I, though, too. But there is still light for those who listen.
Maybe, just maybe, the amulet wasn't lost. It walked, and it brought something with it. Or perhaps something darker, and not of this world?
Just the two of us here. So then, why do I see three shadows?
Evil takes hold of the soul without warning, and its body no longer belonged to him. Mr. Miyagi, his soul was possessed.
Mr. Miyagi, are you all right? You're sweating ice?
The shadow rose, and the attack came back, like a buried memory.
Let her go now. This isn't you.
Fire cannot cut what's already inside. The katana's flame seemed to have no effect. Even possessed, the monster within Miyagi knew. The Demon Slayer katana needed just one precise strike. The head or the heart. A strike like that would destroy both body and demon within, because those shadows you saw were the three demons inhabiting Mr. Miyagi. Then he fled, not because he feared, but because he knew this fight was different. This is not an enemy of flesh and blood. It doesn't belong to this world. Not even this universe. It is older and darker, a demon from beyond. And now, how do you fight what doesn't breathe? What cannot die? What only waits to tear you apart from within?
Can Nico's poems cast a magic that works? Or is it all too dark for anything to take hold?
When everything seemed to be resolved, the Japanese castle revealed what it had still kept silent. Because in its halls, there's not only history, but secrets. Hidden. Dark.
According to Miss Wake and Takayasha, Lord Miyagi was pale and cold. Before he tried to strangle Takayasha. But did anyone see what happened to him just before that?
From the second tower, I saw Miyagi inspect the crack. I thought I saw an eye on his back before smoke rose, and he vanished. I can show you the spot if the eye is still there.
Something mysterious and ancient still resides within this castle.
Lord Miyagi left with his shadows. And yet, something did not depart.
Choi. I heard my voice in the hallway. Choi. I thought I heard my voice, but that voice wasn't mine.
I tried to write a protective poem, but no matter how hard I try, every word vanishes from my mind.
It's not just a crack, it's a door. But we don't know who opened it or why.
Lord Miyagi fled into the forest not just to escape, but because demons know the heart or the mind is their ultimate prize, and they need more bodies before launching a counterattack.
Trust me, I know a hidden path. We'll cut travel time in half.
The Six always finds shortcuts, and always gets lost in them.
This path wasn't there before, but you know me.
Each step pulled them further away. Not from the castle.
Wait, Miss6. Look at the map carefully.
Gooby, even if the map doesn't show it, this shortcut works. You'll see.
Mo6, we split into 2 groups and let everyone choose whom to follow.
Fine. Emmanuel. Those who trust me and my shortcuts follow me. Those who want to follow the map go with Gooby.
Moist Sita and Cowie girls join my 6. No matter the destination, shortcut, or danger, loyalty came first. If loyalty matters, Roxaze Demanga and Ale Rosic will follow Emmanuel Gooby's route. If the map failed, Gaon would guide. That gave Gooby confidence.
Do you realize, Araujo? First Golpe, then Maxi, everything points to this place.
Thinking rescuing Golpe Puro was the end, when it was just the beginning.
The castle is not just a place. It's the dark source that controls the demons and corrupts those who approach. Everything began there.
This shortcut should save time. Don't worry, I know what I'm doing.
Did you hear that? Like something moving in the trees.
It's just the wind, or some animal. Don't let fear trap us here.
Shadows slipping between trees. Whispers calling names that shouldn't be spoken. A cold that doesn't come from the wind, but from something much closer. Watching. Is it just imagination? Or something more moves in the forest, waiting for its moment? Something moves behind them, but leaves no trace. As if the earth itself stayed silent out of fear. That gate, that gaze. Someone else took the shortcut, but who could it be? Danger does not always arrive with fury. Sometimes it stops and watches you.
Lavinia, you scared us. I almost had a heart attack.
I almost shot you through the heart with an arrow.
I saw you from above. And the thing that surprised me most was that finally Mole 6 did lead you down a direct, shortcut.
Lord Miyagi? What are you doing here? I thought you were at the castle.
I don't know. I felt something watching me. I turned and saw an eye on the wall. Only for a few seconds. And then, I woke up here. With you. Why are you here?
I was following the map. Gion was guiding me. Ale Rosic and Brux Zeta Manga were with me. But this fog fell so thick, I never saw them again.
What happened to the demons who invoked possession in Lord Miyagi? Did the possession break? Was it Goddess Choi? Or finally a poem from Nico? Everything seemed calm, until the details began to clash.
Did anyone else hear that? Juan, is that you?
Nico moves with slow steps, trying not to make a sound. Ale Rosic doesn't answer. Her gaze is lost. Is she possessed? Or simply absent?
What's wrong? Are you okay, Nico?
I don't know. Ale Rosic came, but she doesn't seem like herself.
When everything seemed to stop, their bodies were already on the ground, and Al Rosic had vanished into the shadows, as if she had never been there. Something awaited within those walls, something that already knew their names.
Bruxo, Zeta, are you okay?
Zeta didn't speak, but the tension in his body was answer enough.
Step back, Vance. Bruxo is possessed, I can see it in his eyes.
We won't retreat. Let's extract that demon from his body.
I agree with Horgum. It's time to face that beast and free Bruxo.
They faced the three shadows, and the tension was overwhelming.
Gall? Ale Rosic? How is this possible?
The two possessed do not speak. No need. There was synchronization. There was a purpose. And it wasn't from this world.
Don't underestimate them. They have no limits anymore.
As long as you breathe, you feed the altar. Each heartbeat is another root strengthening the castle's heart.
The battle hasn't begun. It was only manifesting. Thanks to Musix's shortcut, they discovered a secret underground entrance. The cave, hidden beneath the castle. But a surprise awaited. One that would change everything known.
Could it be possible? It was here all along?
We need to warn Ursus and Goddess Choi. They're walking straight into a trap.
We'll use this place as our refuge.
And from here, we'll organize the defense. We won't fall without first understanding what we face.
Mo 6 climbed to the castle, found Aurelie and brought her back to the cave so she could see with her own eyes what they'd discovered.
Aurelie, tell your siblings and Goddess Choi. We are in a trap. It's vital they see what we uncovered.
So, she was at the center from the beginning.
I felt her echo in every twist, in every shadow. The name that shouldn't be spoken, at last makes its claim.
In a secluded corner of the castle, Anjo and her friend enjoyed the banquet. Not with enemies, but with the last bottles of wine aged for centuries. A toast to peace, to the illusion of calm.
If this wine could speak, I'm sure it would tell stories the castle itself doesn't know.
It's almost gone. Want me to fetch more?
Of course, we won't let this night end dry.
But not all in the castle is festivity. In the shadows, Takayasha him invokes ancient forces, weaving a ritual no one should witness.
What is she doing here? This doesn't bode well.
Let the way open for the inevitable. The castle shall awaken.
The burning of Takayasha him and her bloodline. The sorceress princess did not fear the flames. She was the flame, hidden beneath centuries of silken spells. They called him the Baron, but he had seen only 17 winters. Noble by birth, yes, but born with a soul wounded by shadows that were never his. He did not weep. He whispered ancient names, echoes of something that should never have been remembered. Onryo, no. Kami, a title earned in death, for his hatred did not burn it breathed. And in the crackle of the fire, something from beyond heard him.
Yurehime Kuronaka, the princess of the Black Shadow. Elegant, silent, she wove illusions from the sorrow of the world. Akumako Tenshahana, the demon flower. Bright, mischievous, she laughed as chaos kept dancing. Before the flames, they were daughters of a sorceress, from a bloodline sealed in blood, shadow, and shame. And when the eldest son fell, the castle did not mourn. The castle created them. To Yurehime was given the sorrow of the world, the gift of keeping a silence so deep that even the dead could hear her. Akumako was given the crooked laughter, the flower that blooms only in cursed soil. She shone, yes, but like poison shines when it's already too late. They were raised with tales no child should hear, with rituals that were never games, with names that could not be spoken twice. And when the pyre came, there was no plea, only a promise. We will return when the rift opens.
Today, centuries later, they return, not as the boy and the girls, but as a possessing echo, as the whisper behind the door, as the shadow that crawls beneath the skin. They do not possess out of hatred. They possess out of memory, because what was taken from them is now what they claim. And as long as the castle breathes, they will not leave, because the fire did not consume them, it awakened them. They are the shadow that lives in the rift, the living memory of the cursed bloodline. And in their dark breath, the story remakes itself again and again. Not all burned that day. Takayasha, him fell, yes, but only in the eyes of the world. She was not ash. She was seed buried in rage, watered in blood.
She returned, without a name, without a story, but her eyes still burned. The queen fell ill with every moon, and in her frailty, Takayasha saw her chance. Under her care, the queen did not heal. She faded sweetly, and the king, widowed and weak, opened the gates he had once ordered sealed. She did not ask for vengeance, she asked for love. She wed her killer, and slept in the bed where her blood had once burned. They were not hers, but she cared for them as if they were. Tonio Hiko and Raffaeru heirs to the bloodline, and pieces in the game.
As the hallway breathed silence, their bodies collapsed, unconscious. Eo Rosic vanished, leaving behind the doubt of whether she was herself or something else. In the depths of the castle, the witch did not rest. With every gesture, the ritual sealed, and a forgotten force claimed its place. And, from the shadows, two silent witnesses understood the night was not over. The castle was preparing to awaken. Where the mist had turned to stone, they found them lying, as if time itself had forgotten them. Their bodies were cold, yet their breath still sought to return. They came back wounded, but alive, and the echo of what they had seen would remain with them. While the others gathered, they moved forward through the living rift in the earth where only memory could guide their steps.
All good, Senor Miyagi. So good to see you again.
Gooby, where's your group? My shortcut worked. We found a cave, and something else.
Areli, Araujo, Vans, Horgem, and Maxi regrouped at the cave entrance. The plan was simple: hold, regroup, while the night descended upon their shoulders like an unfulfilled promise.
Wait, Juan. I know where Takayasha hides the scroll. It could help me compose a powerful poem, but I know it holds more secrets she never wished to share.
That scroll was no fairy tale. Nico soon understood. It was a sacred text of vengeance, the bitter chronicle of a marriage sealed in hatred.
And then, time bent. Takayasha, him learned to weave love into the hearts of three innocents. And when the moment was ripe, her thirst for vengeance rose cruel, without mercy. Tonyohiko, at 19, lived his first days as a man. Between arrows, vows, and campfires, he learned the ancient customs of royal hunting. All seemed joy. Takayasha prepared the arrangements for Rafairu's grand celebration. He would turn 17, the same age as her secret son, Yukihime Kurosaka.
Sleep, Rafaru, for at the threshold of the abyss your mother waits, and soon, very soon, your father will cross the shadows to keep you company. Now, before your eyes, lives the pain I endured. You have seen how I took the life of the one you loved most. You stole them from me with cowardly soldiers and fire. I do it with my own hands, before your eyes not hidden away in a castle. I will grant you the same compassion you gave me, but I will succeed where you could not. You will join your beloved son in the beyond, while I continue to care for Tonyohiko as I have all these years.
The scroll was no map, but a mirror of ancient pain. 3 names, 3 wounds, and between the lines, Takayasha's fracture. Nico uncovered her secret.
From pain came verse, and from verse, the trap. Her secrets are mine now. This poem isn't art, it's true love.
According to Nico's reading, the castle holds the souls of Takayasha's children.
The king ordered them burned. If we destroy the castle, we might free our possessed allies' brothers.
We'll have to find a way to get them out of the castle.
Alex, G.E.On, and Bruxo are not alone. They're vessels of the cursed bloodline. Fire could break the bond, but first, they must be taken out. Vans loaded explosives. Ursus called for torches. Araujo mapped the terrain. Maxi, Horgem, and Moist Sita guarded hidden routes. The possessed still lingered inside. Without removing them, the fire could destroy them before setting them free. A plan had to come first. So a ruse was woven to lure Alex, G.E.On, and Bruxo out before the flames began their fury. Through trickery, they were led to the forest, a refuge where the shadows in their bodies would perish in fire as the castle fell to ruin. Juan placed the charges. Gooby, Kawi, and Miyagi sealed the exits, ensuring escape routes for the possessed. Fire would be both justice and key. Everything was ready. The possessed had been freed, but with the amulet on his chest and Takayasha's magic cloaking the castle, neither arrows nor fire could breach that cursed defense. The wall was impenetrable until Ursus, the Fire Ronin, spoke.
I have a plan, but for it to work, you must all attack at once. Make Alterion and Takiyasha believe we're trying to storm in. I will take the cave.
Ursus, what are you thinking? I know you, and I don't like what I'm imagining.
Ursus, Ulysses, your eyes. Too calm, too certain. My heart screams something's wrong.
Trust me, brothers. I always think of you, and in your hearts, I carry the strength for what's coming.
As the group launched their simultaneous attack, Ursus entered the cave alone like a true Ronin. His voice was the last song, his flames the final promise, and when fire embraced him, the castle shook. The dragon's roar fell silent. The magic broke, and over the burning ruins only the echo remained of the Fire Ronin.
Brother, no, your sacrifice won't be in vain, but this pain has no relief.
This was no time for mourning. The sacrifice was already made, and Takiyasha's fury had only grown. Her demons had fallen, her castle reduced to dust, yet her thirst for vengeance still burned. And she still had her greatest creation, Altherion. It was then, when fear clouded hearts, when they thought all was lost.
Do not fear, brothers. Before writing the poem, Ursus and I had one final talk. He asked me to read this if everything went wrong. I shall use the words of the now legend Ursus U47, the Ronin.
Takiyasha Hime raised Tonyohiko as if he were her own son, and when the king and his youngest son were murdered, she used that pain to open the door to vengeance.
My son, they have betrayed us. The king's soldiers killed your brother before he saw 17 winters. Ah, yes, your glorious father. So brave, so honorable. They caught him off guard, they held him down, and forced him to watch as they murdered his most beloved son. You know I was a sorceress. I confessed that secret, in case one day it became necessary. That day has come. If you allow me, I can turn those soldiers into crow demons and Oni-sama. They will be bound to obey blindly.
Pain, rage, confusion led Tonyohiko to accept, and so the spell was cast. The king's loyalists, the noble warriors, were turned into demons serving Takiyasha. Not out of hate, but out of cursed love.
For years, they spread terror across the land. They invaded villages, disguised as promises and progress. They brought disease, vice, war. They caused the death of Ursus's parents.
Raiders of continents, they forged an empire of impunity. Laws for the few, punishment for the many. Chaos reigned under their banners.
But they made a mistake. They captured Pure Strike. And there, between shattered dimensions, Takiyasha Hime tasted fear. She was defeated by Miss Wick and Baba Yaga. The fire of the Ronin and the loyalty of his allies ended her demons that had once been the king's samurai. Takiyasha realized she no longer had an army. No Oni Lord Sama, no crow demons, only one last spell.
Pain in her heart, but also love, true love, because in all the darkness, Tonyohiko was her only ray of tenderness, her adopted son, her mother's love.
Mother, what's happening?
We've been invaded. From behind. A demon huntress attacked me and I had to escape. They destroyed our army. I have only one last spell left. You trust me, don't you?
Yes, you know, I love you like a mother.
And with caresses, prayers from beyond, and frozen tears, Takiyasha Hime transformed him into her final creation, Altherion, the Ice Dragon.
Now, with the truth of what happened, I have crafted this poem with the help of Ursus, assisted by AI, because Ursus tends to swallow letters, always with a steaming cup of coffee in hand.
As Altherion and Takiyasha Hime hear his voice, their minds drift into a waking dream, journeying into a world of imagination and memory.
Child without night, wind and moon, your breath was a song in the womb of the abyss. a small flame that knows not how to fade, a broken seed holding the entire world within. When your eyes danced over the snow, I learned from your sacred music. Child of the rift and crystal, hear this voice, not as an echo, but as memory. With this powerful poem, the truth in Takayasha's eyes will be etched in eternal ice.
In the ice, Takayasha's memory plays, her eyes like a state-of-the-art projector 1200K Ultra. Everyone watching closely, not out of gossip, but to truly understand.
And in her heart, a seed of hatred grew. She lost what she loved most, and revenge became her only answer. She saw her children burn at the stake beside her, powerless to save them. She could only save herself.
Now, reveal the truth of your vengeance. Takayasha him, my poem commands it.
The truth was projected in the ice. Takayasha him thought she had found justice, but it was vengeance, and her soul was stained with blood. Truth does not seek comfort. It only unveils what happened.
Mother, I forgive you, but you and I no longer belong to this world.
The amulet released its final ray of ice light. Mother and son transcended not in hatred, but in true, mutual love.
Nico's voice brought the ice dragon the memory of his brother. And in that ancient whisper, humanity returned to him. The spell was broken.
Not all magic burns, nor do all farewells destroy. There are spells that do not hurt, where love blooms, shadows transcend. And here, it is the true love of a mother and a son, not of blood, but of soul. And so, between ice and light, this story sings its final verse, reaching its END.
Not this guy again with his nonsense. Now he sacrifices himself. And just when the story was getting good.
I even shared the channel, bought 5 phones, opened 10 new accounts. For what?
Let's get back at his sister, Aurelie.
We can't.
And why not?
Because that bastard burned us. Don't you watch the episodes? Or do you have crows in your head?
Oh, right. I remember. And yes, I do have crows in my head.
My son, it's not your time yet. A destiny still awaits, unsealed. And more stories will be born from your wandering soul, like ink that has yet to touch the page.